promise you, I will be back here, and I will be back with another vengeance.
Yeah, we'll lick our wounds. We'll get over this. We'll be fired up for next year.
Garoppolo has time, stands in, going deep, going for it all, and it's caught for the touchdown! On fourth down, Deebo Samuel for 6. Garoppolo's got all day. He's going to launch it deep down the field, going for it all, and getting it! Emmanuel Sanders, not touched, still on his feet, inside the 10, and he scores! 75-yard bomb from Jimmy Garoppolo to Emmanuel Sanders. Wilson, pressure off the edge, releases it, and it is intercepted by Greenlaw. Dre Greenlaw now on the return. As he's still on his feet with blockers in front, Dre Greenlaw down the sideline. Can you believe this?
Looks like football, baby.
Pass is caught. Kittle breaks one tackle. Another. Wow, what a touchdown for George Kittle. Goff throws and it's intercepted. It's picked off by Warner. Fred Warner for the touchdown. Jeff Wilson has come in at running back. Garoppolo's throw is caught by Jeff Wilson. He's going to score a touchdown for the 49ers.
And the pass is going to be picked off by Bosa. Nick Bosa. Can't bring him down till he gets to the 8-yard line. Wow.
Now Evans in the slot. Winston picked off. It is Richard Sherman, who did not have an interception last year, and he returns it all the way for a 49ers touchdown, 32-yard.
Garoppolo fires. It is caught. Still on his feet is Kittle with a big play. And the stiff arm. George Kittle. Flags fly. He's down to the 30. What a run by George Kittle. Taking on everybody.
Feels great, baby.
Woo! 49er faithful. This is motherfucking daddy. And I'm coming here to tell y'all that I told y'all. This is what was bound to happen. Bill Belichick? Bill Belichick who? The old fuck got made a fool of. Should have stuck with Brady. Should have stuck with Garops. Ugh. Cam Newton told you he was a stupid fuck with a bad haircut last week. And what happened? He got proven that as much. We are the Gold-Blooded Podcast, and we are here to tell you that the 49ers are the greatest NFL team that there ever was. I am joined by the number one stunner and my best friend in this weird world, this weird thing we call life. His name is Rob. Say hello, Rob.
I go by Steve now.
Yeah. Ugh, gross. We also have, as I said, in another time, in another alternate universe, baby boy, our baby brother from Maine. His name is Michael. Say hello, Michael.
Hello, everybody.
Sounds very sensual tonight, doesn't he, Rob? All right. See what you're going with tonight, Current.
BBM.
A little dirty talk up there coming out of the north. Things get cold. He heats it up. All right.
Looks like he's going black on black Niner hat.
I like it. That's like Shanahan style. So
I wanted Shanahan's
hat.
That
little bit of red around it. It looks like it's like maybe a Batman. You got to look a little closer.
Oh, I dislike people that are down with the.
Which Shanahan hat were you trying to roll with?
Are you talking about? I really liked his this week.
I didn't see it. I thought you meant the one he designed, because he designed one.
The really small one?
Yeah.
I think those are kind of dope, but I don't think, unless you're the coach of the 49ers, I don't think you can actually pull it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if I see someone on the street, I'm going to be like, that hat looks fucking stupid. But Kyle Shanahan pulls it off on the sidelines.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of it, but I'm glad that it took him to a Super Bowl. He said it had something to do with his son, right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
No, he had a different Lucky Charm with his son.
Oh, I thought he picked that hat. I thought that was the deal.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. You want to get into your business, or?
If that's what you'd like. You
Well,
got the good news.
no, yeah. Look, I can't even. We're gonna. I have something really to say about that. So before we go down that shitstorm, let's just say, how did Curran? You watched the game? It was nice this weekend. Where you watched it at home with Mama Curran?
Watched at home with Mama Curran.
Was it nice? Did you guys get wild, or what was it?
Yeah, had a couple mixed drinks, enjoying the Niners demolish the Patriots. She had I think she had a Bud Light that night. I had some Malibu with some raspberry lemonade. And
That's cute.
We sat down, chilled. Listen, I love rum. It is so good.
So wait, let me ask you a question now that you're a big bad 21-year-old. Do you get drunk?
No, I'm not a huge drinker.
When was the last time, I mean, maybe if ever, that you got, drunk? Have you ever been drunk?
Yeah.
Have you ever been blackout, don't remember what you did drunk?
No. And I don't think I ever, I'm not a drinker.
Okay.
I love trying this and that. I'll go out and get pretty buzzed, pretty drunk, but I kind of know my limit, and I don't.
You won't cross that line? Okay, wow.
No.
That must be weird Must be weird.
To be a boundary pusher?
Yeah,
How do you get mixed up in this crew?
Yeah, it must be weird to just have 4, or I don't know however many it takes, and just be like, I'm going to stop.
That's why I have 0.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Because there would be there's no in between.
Yeah, there was never, ever.
Yeah, I've always been pretty good at kind of knowing, being like, all right, I'm not feeling too well anymore. I think I'm going to stop, have my last sip. But yeah, had my Steve Young jersey on, sat at home. It was good. How about you, Joe? What did you do?
Well, like I said, I thought I was going to have my sister and the children down, but we went up to the little man's soccer game Saturday morning, and then we just decided that originally my sister was like, I need some time away from these fucking children, so she wanted to come down solo, and then something happened. We have a sick aunt, so she went over there. So it just ended up being myself and baby, and we had just a wonderful time reveling in hopefully what is going to be a super long win streak, all spurred by our connection of love.
No shower rig hits.
No, but I will tell you this: I was fucking stoned like a motherfucker. I hit the rig. Oh my god, I was fucking high as a kite. Rob, we have to ask. You had a nice time watching the game, home with the family. You said you hosted.
Yeah, I had. It just worked out. The original plan was the wife was going to take the kids and go to my sister's so I could act like a buffoon by myself.
Yeah.
Those plans changed. My sister had to come over for something else, so she came with the boyfriend and the daughter.
His daughter?
Her daughter.
Okay.
My niece.
Right, gotcha.
They nobody's really football fans over there anymore. She kicked out the football fan ex-husband.
Right.
And
did you text him at all?
no, I don't talk to him at all.
Oh, okay, because I knew you guys were friendly.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him since.
You want me to beat him
since
up?
she gave him the boot. No, he doesn't need that. But
Okay. I will if it comes down to it.
oh, don't worry, that would have been handled a long time ago if it needed to be.
Well, I'd like to beat him
That was
up.
my first question.
Okay.
When she told me she kicked him out, I go, "Is there anything I need to know?" And she said, she told me what the causation was, and I said, "He didn't put any hands on you, right?" And she said, "No, I would have kicked the shit out of him." And I was like,
Yeah.
fair enough. Fair enough. That's probably true.
Love to see it.
Yeah, fair enough. But nobody seemed to be football. They certainly weren't fans of the Patriots. My sister's had some Patriots stickers on stuff, but I think it was the X.
Yeah, just lingering around.
Yeah, we grew up Red Sox fans, so if we weren't into football, we'd probably follow the Patriots and the Celtics and the
But
Bruins.
she knows better than to bring that into the house.
Yeah, of course. I mean, she certainly isn't a fan. Like
Yeah.
she wouldn't even know that Cam Newton was the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I did have a funny interaction with my son where one of Cam Newton's multiple interceptions he threw, I just said, "Thank you, Cam," to the TV.
Right.
And my middle child, my youngest boy, said, "Who's Cam?" And I said, "Oh, he's the terrible quarterback of the terrible team that the 49ers are smashing today."
Right.
So that was a fun interaction.
Okay.
He liked that.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Raise him right.
He enjoyed that.
Yeah.
They're very pro 49ers in my house.
It's so weird
Good.
for me because, to hear my nephew, 6, 7 years old, talk about he has friends at school and they always love Tommy Brady and they were Patriot fans and now he's still a Patriots fan. And I just want to slap him and be like, your football team sucks. You're still young enough to get on the right team, but you can't force it. You just can't force it. I don't know what to do.
Good for him. I'm glad he stuck with his team after Brady left. That's the young kids nowadays hop teams with the players.
But the thing is, it sounds like my sister, because my sister, for some reason, I think as a sign of solidarity to her big brother, she's been paying attention to the Niners since the Super Bowl last year, more so than ever.
Since the Patriots suck and the Niners are good.
Well, but no one in her house seems to be watching football. She says as she's the only one, and she's been watching the Niners. So yeah, I think it's Daddy was a front runner.
Yeah.
So nevertheless, you want to do the news, Poppy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Go.
Lots of good stuff here.
Yeah, this is.
We'll start with before the game. Promoted linebacker Joe Walker from the practice squad. Signed linebacker Jonas Griffith to the practice squad. Then the hits started coming. We found out early before the game that Kwaski Tart and Jimmy Ward would not be playing. That was a groin strain and a quad strain, respectively. In their place would be Tarvarius Moore and Marcel Harris, who were already active on the squad. They were playing backup roles. They were getting touches before this, but not as starters. So they were already on the roster, ready to step in. In their place, we did activate Jonathan Cyprian and Jared Maiden, both safeties from the practice squad, to be the backups since Marcel Harris and Tarvarius Moore had to start. We also placed wide receiver Juwan Jennings on the practice squad injury reserve. Dante Pettis was yet again a healthy scratch. Looks like we'll probably keep him a little longer until we get healthy again. But if somebody came offering anything, I'm pretty sure if somebody showed up with who's going to be the last pick, you figure maybe, let's say the Chiefs, right? You can pretty much guarantee it's going to be a low pick in the round.
Yeah.
If they offered us their last pick in the 7th round, we'd probably take it for Dante Pettis right now, just to get something for him.
Just something.
I don't know that we'll end up getting anything.
Whatever Seattle's going to give us. I'm telling you, the writing is on the wall.
We would
Seattle.
probably give him to anyone for anything to make sure he didn't get free agency and sign with Seattle.
Yeah.
If somebody doesn't offer something, we might just hold him on the practice squad.
He wants Seattle.
Yeah, we might just hold on to him to not let him go there.
Hey, can I tell you something about him, though? I think he's got a girlfriend.
He's your boy.
Beard. She a beard.
Quan Alexander still did not play with the ankle.
Yeah.
Trent Williams did play. He said, I don't know if you saw, but they asked him when the decision was made for him to play.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know what Kyle told you. I don't know what the coaching staff or the trainers thought, but I knew I was playing all
He was like, there was never any doubt in my
doubt.
mind if I got on the plane with that team that I was suiting up. That's exactly what
But
he said.
Shanahan always plays his cards close to him.
Yeah, for sure. You got to.
Dante's big dick groin injury was okay this week. He played.
Yeah, papi.
Sherman was going to practice, but he had a healing setback. So we have not seen him yet.
They're saying
it's going to be 10 or 12.
They were saying, week 12 with that. Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Jeff Wilson was okay to play this week before the game.
Ugh.
Now we move on to the in-game injuries. And Jeff Wilson suffered a high ankle sprain, and he is headed to short-term IR.
After having a monster.
That means, I'm guessing, Jermichael Hasty will get the start, which will be our 5th starting running back.
What happened to Jet McKinnon?
He's around.
I have the answer to that.
Shanahan says that they overworked him in the Philly game.
Right.
So they wanted to get him some rest this week. So he may start next week. You may see him in there starting
They
next
said
week.
this week that they only used him on 3rd down. He
Yeah.
said he was our 3rd down back this week in an effort to rest him.
Yeah,
so.
see, we may see him.
When you guys saw, I'm blanking on his name now.
McHasty?
No, the first one. Wilson. When you saw Wilson go down, were you guys thinking like the worst?
No. When
I was thinking, here goes Jermichael Hasty, because I thought he was going to get the start, to be honest.
I got to tell you something. When I saw Debo go down, my head absolutely exploded. It is. It's got. I mean, this is unprecedented. Everyone on every team is getting injured. They should not have had this NFL season if it was gonna be like this. It's a fucking disgrace. Without the training camps, without the proper training, these guys, their livelihoods are being fucking stripped away from them by the greed of these fucking leeches, fucking the Jerry Joneses of the fucking world. It's a fucking disgrace. It fucking pisses me off. Fucking bullshit.
Richie James suffered an ankle sprain, and he's day-to-day. No word yet. That'll be reassessed tomorrow at practice. And as Joe alluded to, Deebo Samuel was a hamstring strain. He's definitely out this week. He's most likely out for Green Bay because after this week, Green Bay's on a Thursday, so everything's going to be a little tight getting back. Long-term, Tevin Coleman, possibly back this week. We'll know later in the week. So that could be a bright spot. I'd like to have him back. I like him better than Jet.
I think I saw something that said he has to practice Wednesday or Thursday to make the cut.
That's usually what Shanahan does.
Right.
Quite honestly, I want to see Hasty get a start. He looked great in all the times he's gotten in.
Yeah.
I mean, when Wilson got, I'm not going to lie to you, when Wilson got the start, I was pissed until he took the ball, and then I was like, okay, never mind. Like that second down play, when he clawed for those, he was stopped at the line of scrimmage, and he just...
Oh, yeah.
He treated second down, the second down of the entire game. He treated that
like
the goal line, 4th and goal to win the Super Bowl. He treated second down on the first drive like that.
I don't know what it is about these running backs, but I do feel like we have a very hungry roster where they know that every single time they touch the ball, it's like you either make yourself known or you get the fuck out. And I know Kyle doesn't have too much of that reputation where he's going to cut you right after the game, but when you're going into the season, everyone healthy, he's the 4th or 5th string running back, and it's like he had huge plays last season with the Arizona game ending touchdown, and it's like every time we've seen him, he's lit it up personally. Like, so I'm really glad I saw him do what he did this week. I'm sad that he went down like injured.
Oh, I'm bummed. Yeah, I mean, how many more fucking motherfuckers are going to go down? What were you saying, Rob?
His touchdown to touches ratio is better than anyone that's ever played football at running back. He's got like 5 touchdowns on like no touch. Like it's insane. And you were saying like it feels like our running backs run with that urgency and that power and that. I don't feel that about Jet McKinnon. That's why I don't like him in the starting position.
Yeah, I feel
That's the only one.
feel the same way. I think I mentioned something a couple weeks ago where I really was hoping when we brought him from Minnesota before all the injuries, I felt like he had that extra like ampage before every single run. You just knew he was in the game. He's going to be able to make an incredible play. And now it's like I almost wish that we could just get out of the contract and go for somebody else, because every time he touches the ball, it just seems very lackluster to know that he could do more.
I think he's probably still healing. We've seen it, like we said, we've seen it with Crabtree, we've seen it with Sherman. It takes a while to get back to full speed. And to me, Jet McKinnon is like Jeff Wilson, Raheem Mostert. They run angry. They look for contact. Yeah. They want to bowl over a linebacker and get 2 more yards. Where McKinnon,
he doesn't want any.
No, he's a shifty, fast runner. That's not his style. That's not what he's built for.
Yeah, not at all.
No,
but it's good to have a change of pace guy when you have guys that are such fucking savage animals.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, you come out and smash him, and then you send the shifty guy out to run behind him.
It would be one thing too, is if we had a Thunder and Lightning. You know, I think Mostert's a little bit of both, but I think Jeff Wilson is our Thunder. And I would say you could say that Jet McKinnon is our Lightning, but I don't feel he has like.
Well, the thing with Mostert is
he has that.
Mostert runs as angry as Wilson, as angry as anyone on our roster, and looks for contact as much as anyone on our roster when it's there. Mm-hmm. But he's also our fastest back, so he's got everything. Mostert does.
Yeah, for whatever it's worth, Jeff Wilson gave me a fucking hard on this weekend watching that savage fucking run.
Yeah, he was animal.
He was animal.
He looked like Debo and Kittle.
Yeah,
Yep.
He looked.
Yep.
You don't want to tackle him.
No, you can't tackle him. Try it. Get ran the fuck over. I know you had. You had to finish up a couple things?
Yeah, so this one, this was in the works since last week. We all saw the update last week, but it actually officially happened today. We acquired defensive lineman Jordan Willis and a 7th-round pick this year from the Jets for a 6th-round pick next year.
So wait, hold on. We got a player and a 7th rounder, and we give them.
So we moved
a pick
down a
next
round
year.
and up a year. So we moved the 6th round next year to a 7th round this year. But it's our 6th round and it's a Jets 7th round.
Right.
So those are pretty close together.
Yep. And
They're not like far apart.
You know anything about this guy?
Like the Jets 7th round pick this year may be the very first pick of the 7th round.
Oh,
the
for
way
sure.
they're
No
playing.
question. Yeah, they're not going to
Yeah.
win a game. No.
I don't know anything about him.
Yeah, I did a
He
little.
was I forget, 6th round pick or something.
Yeah, but I think he's been in the league a couple of years, since
Yeah.
maybe 2015. I guess there's some potential there, but it's been uncapped, so it seems like something that maybe.
I think he had really good numbers at the combine or something.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's something that maybe our line coach could get out.
Yeah,
of
Chris Kacerek.
Yeah.
I sent you guys the info on him when it happened. I just don't remember what it was.
Yeah. It was like he was second to some big
Miles
player.
Garrett. He was only second to Miles Garrett.
Yes. To like it was some stat like the 3-cone drill or something.
Yeah, a
but
couple
it's
of
like
them.
players like that. You mentioned a couple weeks ago about Kyle Shanahan just taking these types of guys and just turning them into
It's low
something.
risk. It's low risk,
And,
high
yeah.
reward.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, look at the guys that are. I mean, look at Hyder.
Lakin Tomlinson.
Hyder, yeah, Hyder. All these guys that nobody wanted. We also signed offensive lineman Tony Bergstrom and defensive lineman Willie Henry Jr. to the practice squad. We released Brian Allen. Bye-bye, Brian Allen.
Oh,
Brian.
fuck out of
They
Dodge.
they did him a big favor by waiting a week. They just didn't want to put him on blast, I think, after that game.
Yeah.
Give him a couple weeks. Offensive lineman Cody Conway and defensive lineman Adam Schuler all got released from the practice squad. And we reached an injury settlement with Tavon Austin, so he is no longer on the team's injured reserve list. So basically, you give him money to be gone.
And shut the fuck up, you baby crying motherfucker.
So yet again,
Tell the people, Rob.
Joe wins the predictions.
Tell them, Rob. Tell the people.
What made it scary was I'm watching the score, and I didn't want to jinx it. I actually typed it into our text that if the Patriots get another touchdown, you'll be dead on with the score again.
Yeah.
But I then said, I remember the good luck text.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
The infamous.
I typed it all. I wish I had it on video. I typed it all out, and then I deleted it all out.
Yeah.
And then once it was over and I knew they weren't going to score, then I let you know you were one touchdown away from another bullseye.
No. Every week around halftime, I get curious as to what all of our picks were, and I go back, and at halftime, I get a piece of paper out, and I listen to I have my phone to my ear, and I listen, and my wife's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, and
I love that you don't just go to the Google Doc where I type it.
I know. I did. I finally. Well, this week you had said that I said 33, and I genuinely thought I said 31-13. I thought I did an opposite deal. You know what I mean? But I didn't. I said the final score was going to be 33-6, or no 33-13. The final score was 33-6, so I was 7 points away. But I nailed the Niners exactly. Got to give me some credit. That's pretty fucking good.
Pretty wild.
I might not be able to pick a winner. Fuck the Browns this year, but I'm doing all right with the Niner game predictions here. I'm out to a hot lead.
What if the Browns get good now that OBJ's gone?
He's so gone next year.
So wild.
He is.
Yeah. So again, Joe's taking a commanding lead in the prediction war with 4 points. Madison's got one, Curran's got one, and the rest of us are at 0.
And Madison was actually his was a tie with me, so whatever. But
A tie?
yeah, no, we both got a point the same week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you meant this week. I was like, no.
No. One
I got
week
you.
we had a tie. Yeah. Okay, so I guess let's just talk about the game and what a fucking phenomenal, fun time it was. Felt great being a Niner fan watching the game. Here's one thing I want to say about it, just from my wacky, insane, bipolar, disordered brain. So I'm watching this game. I'm watching it with baby, and I keep telling her, we got to get up to we got to be up by 32 points, and then this thing will be we could relax. And she goes, what do you mean 32 points? I go, this fucking Patriots, this goddamn Belichick, they'll come back. We got to get to 32, and then we could relax. And she thought I was being a bit ridiculous with that. But in the end, they didn't mount one of their typical Patriot comebacks. The defense was just absolutely overwhelming. I mean, even with the injuries. And I'm shocked because I thought they were going to pick the safety play apart with the two starting safeties being out. But
they played great.
Yeah, they stepped the fuck up. Really just a sexy game all around. The offense, I mean, I know that Jimmy threw 2 picks, that sucks, right? But the one pick was a joke at the end of the half, right? And the other pick was a bad situation on a bullshit call that they had earlier in the set of downs that pushed them into a long 3rd down where he kind of had to force a ball, and he just got a little high with it.
A couple things. I can get used to this first drive domination the last 2 weeks.
That's great.
It really settles me down.
Yeah.
When we especially because we're starting on offense.
Yeah.
When we start on offense and drive the field and score a touchdown, it really settles me a little bit. It makes me feel okay. A 3 and out to start always puts me on edge right away.
Oh, always.
Because now they've got the ball, plus I know they're getting the ball at halftime, and we got nothing to show for it. It always puts me right on the edge of my seat. And these drives have been long. This was a 9-play, 75-yard drive. Like they really settle me in nice. I think the key play on this drive that set the tone for the day was Jimmy whipping out his horse cock
it was out
on 3rd down and 3 and breaking tackles.
Oh, yeah.
To get the 4 yards for the first down. As much as I stopped breathing for a minute, come on, please don't do this.
What are you doing? You're not Cam Newton. What are you doing?
And BDN was back up again this week, so we were about to see BDN if he got wrecked. But I'm like, what are you doing? Get the fuck down. And then it worked out. It couldn't have been better.
Yeah, that had to be Jimmy's game. Coming back to Foxborough, he wanted that, I think, more than. Let me ask you, Michael. This is a question for you. Do you think secretly that George Kittle was sad he didn't get a touchdown on National Tight End Day?
If it was any other player, I would. But I truly believe with George Kittle, he would much rather drive a dude into the ground than catch a touchdown.
Which he was blocking like a motherfucker on some of those Jeff Wilson runs. So, and that's what he said. He said last year on National Tight End Day, somebody ran for 3 or 4 touchdowns he had mentioned. So, okay.
I'll tell you another thing. This game could have been more lopsided because second drive, Patriots get the ball. They don't go much. They get 20 yards. They punt it back to us. Third drive, we drive the field. We start moving the ball, and then Jimmy throws the pick. But we were moving the ball.
Yeah, there was a shit penalty there.
Yeah, and we were, and at some point it was Jimmy got sacked too.
It was a Trent Williams holding. Sorry,
7-yard sack. So now it's 2nd and 17, and Jimmy hits Ayuk for 19 for the first down. So it's starting to look good. We're starting to roll again, and then he throws the pick.
There's the penalty.
Yeah, Kittle.
Kittle. Oh, I thought it was Williams, but no worries. Let me tell you. Sorry, what?
I had a buddy who texted me after that. He's a Patriot fan, obviously. And he said to me, nice interception, and with a smiley face. I told him to fuck off because it pissed me right off. But my very next text I sent him, I said, I have told you this before. Once Jimmy Garoppolo throws an interception,
yeah, look out.
There's no turning back. And as soon as that happened, everything started clicking, and then other interception.
Our next 3 drives were field goal, touchdown.
Exactly. I didn't text him again. Because I was like, I'm going to stay humble. I really want to win this game, and next time I talk to him, I'm just going to let him have it.
There was a couple things. The roughing the passer was a bullshit call.
Oh, yeah.
Even Mike Pereira called that one out. He doesn't usually call out bad plays, but the guy was obviously tripped and pushed into him. That's insane.
Yeah.
So, I mean, come on with that. Ugh.
Some of the holding calls were tough. Like, you couldn't find them no matter how many times you watched. I think the Kittle one might have been legit. There was another one, but there was some real bad ones out there. I mean, even still, there's only 9 penalties in the game. Penalties are so far down this year that when they do call one, it seems crazy. Safeties, I love the way the safeties played. You know how many, let me ask you guys a trivia question. How many players on this defense have played in every game this year?
Well, okay, Fred Warner.
Yep. You can name them if you want. I was just looking for a number.
Kinlaw. I would say 5.
I would probably say, I'm going to say 6.
I didn't hear Kinlaw on the list. So maybe the number
one?
I heard
maybe
was
he
wrong.
missed the first one. He missed the first one.
No, he was there.
No, was he?
Yeah. Was he? I feel like I remember him against.
I don't know. Yeah, Cardinals, Jets, Giants, Eagles. Yeah, so whatever I heard was wrong then. Eric Armstead and DJ Jones. So maybe it was those 4.
Okay, so wait, 4?
Must be then.
Yeah, I think
Because I heard 3, and
Okay.
I heard Jones. I thought I heard maybe I heard 4, and I just forgot Kinlaw.
Yeah, no doubt.
4 defensive players have played every game. That's insane.
That is really bonkers.
This podcast has not been shy about shipping Robert Saleh out of here many times.
Yeah.
But
that's a stat that makes
you want to.
Yeah.
Here's a stat that's going to back that up.
Okay, Poppy.
Pass defense, number 5 in the league. Run defense, number 5 in the league.
Wow.
Yards allowed, I think.
Top 5. Wow.
With 4 guys that have played every game. That's pretty intense.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense.
Yeah, it makes me fucking horny. And they just play as just such a full unit. You know what I mean?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in yards.
Yeah.
Receiving yards. Rushing yards against. 1, 2, 3, 4, not 5. Cool. Another wrong stat I heard. Awesome. A little further down.
Okay.
Thanks, Matt Mayoko, you fucking liar.
Fucking liar. Fucking shitbag. Do your job like a shitbag. Fucking cunt. Miyoko. Yeah, you little nerd. Little nerd motherfucker.
Least rushing touchdowns allowed in the league.
Goddamn right.
Oh, maybe it was points allowed too. I don't know.
It was everything.
Passing touchdowns, 4th.
You know,
you definitely have to give him credit.
You know who silently is just earning their money every week, and it's a lot of money, but they're doing it, is Eric Armstead. Doesn't have huge flashing games, but is there every fucking game, is making it, is getting in the way, is doing his job so other guys can get the motherfucking job done. Hats off to Eric Armstead. He's a consummate team player. He's my guy. I like him. I like that big motherfucker. I feel like the offensive line got it together a bit this week. That's 2 weeks in a row where they've had a little better performance. I mean, much better. Obviously, they shut down, Aaron Donald and all that bullshit. But just to continually open the lanes for, it doesn't matter what undrafted free agent we have in the backfield. They're going to go for 100. That's just the way this line is. Bob, what I wanted to say to you before, you got me all excited about it when you mentioned his name, but the rookie, Ayuk. Curran, tell me about Ayuk. Tell me.
What do you want? What do you want to know about Ayuk? I think he's good. I actually had a prediction, and I don't want to take this turn, but I had a prediction just by the attitude that I was watching. I feel like if Ayuk turns into something very, very special, I think he might be a problem for us.
What do you mean, Papa?
Well, so there was one play where he was blocking for Wilson, and he got hit, and he was getting up out of bounds, and I was just watching his body language, and it felt so droopy, I could have, I don't know. It just watching his body language on that play, and then there was a play where he was in the middle of the field, and I think the ball was a tiny bit behind him, and Ayuk caught the ball, got tackled, and then got up, and it just I don't know. Maybe that's his energy. Maybe I'm used to Kittle's energy where he gets 2 yards and tells everyone to go fuck themselves. But Ayuk just had a very weird energy about him, and that's just kind of.
I think he's
hope
still finding his footing. He's a rookie. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I mean, I don't think he's not. One thing I think you probably have to consider, he's not built like maybe some of these other guys. So maybe he's not going to look for contact just because, I mean, he doesn't, save your body a little bit. You know what I mean? Especially a smaller guy avoiding a bigger safety or something. But I think he's all about yards after catch. I think he sees what the Niners do, and that's how they excel. And I think he's a team guy. I mean, first 100-yard game, that,
right.
God, for a receiver to have a 100-yard game, that makes me horny. And if him and Debo could each get 100 in a game, then I will toss off with my left hand.
Right, and with saying something negative about him, I will say 6 receptions, 415 yards. Can't ask for any more of that from a rookie. He averaged 19 yards per play. He had 53 yak yards.
Yak.
And I don't know if you guys saw the little promo they did, or not really promo, but they did Yak Brothers.
Yes.
And it was George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, and Brandon Ayuk. Yes.
No,
it was
not
those
Ayuk. It was
It
Wilson.
wasn't Ayuk?
No.
Yeah, it's Ayuk.
Oh, it was Ayuk. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yak Brothers.
And then they said that Wilson should be a part of that group too.
Yeah, he definitely made a case for him. Yeah, I'm gonna have to post.
Wilson only had 2 receptions for 8 yards, so that's not yak.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess he'd be more of a yards after contact would be a better way
yards
to say
after
him.
contact,
Yeah.
rushing. If that's a
Would that be like
it's probably just a rushing stat, really.
Would that be like CAC? Or no? Yak, yards after contact? I don't know. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm a dumb idiot.
Can we just take a minute to talk about my prediction?
What was your prediction?
You don't remember my 49ers prediction?
Your Study Friday. Was it Study Friday?
I predicted Fred Warner,
Yeah.
Defensive Player of the Year.
Uh-huh. And he's
Who's
legitimate.
playing better football?
He's legitimately.
Who's playing better defense in the league?
No one. No one.
I actually looked this up, like stats wise, because the league is horny about stats. Fred Warner, in my eyes as well, definitely should. If he continues throughout the season like this, he should. But when it comes down to like stats, I think a couple other linebackers.
There's no inside linebacker that's going to beat him out for Defensive Player of the Year. I'll tell you that right now. And the reason for that is every single announcer that has announced one of our games has said he's the best inside linebacker in the league, and that's what people listen to.
So let me ask
That's why Kuechly won it that year, because he got more press than Navarro Bowman.
So wait, let me ask you a question. Who's leading? Who's right now? Who's the Defensive Player of the Year? That's not Steady Fred.
Go ahead.
I don't know. Tell me. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. You guys watch the rest of the league. Tell me, Curran. You know.
It's someone. Well, I'm just talking about. So someone from, I think, the Atlanta Falcons have the most like tackles, and I know that's pretty big for.
Yeah, but they're 0-5. So no. Next. Rob, do you know?
Nah, there's no one close. It's Fred. If the season ended today, Fred Warner's Defensive Player of the Year.
I don't see how it's not. The guy does it all. Did you see that interception? That's an interception. Most wide receivers can't make that catch. It was an inch off the ground. Sorry.
He is by far the best inside linebacker in the league this year. So far. He's the steady point of this defense. He's a first-team All-Pro, no questions asked. You got to move your phone away from the. That's what keeps making that.
No, but I just no. It's something else.
He's by far the best inside linebacker in the league this year. If it wasn't for him, and he's not doing it because of everyone else around him. He's the one making everyone else around him good on this defense, and he's also calling all the plays, getting everyone where they need to be. He's by far the leader of this defense.
Oh, no question. He's the boss.
I see that. I see you, me, and Joe. We all see this as we should as Niner fans, and I do agree that most people. Kuechly probably looked at that and got that award because the announcers just he's a everyone knows his name.
He got it because he's white.
And
No
because he's
question. He won
And
that
because
because
he's
he's white. Come on.
He knows Navarro Bowman was better than him.
But like if you look at right now, Fred Warner has 57 tackles, doing great. But then Jalen Smith has like 75.
You really think
And
someone's voting for Jalen Smith over Fred Warner for Defensive Player of the Year?
If we're talking about votes, there's a lot
That
of
person
Cowboys
could have their hands cut off, as far as I'm concerned.
I agree, man. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying I don't think it's likely with the league that we're in that Fred Warner. I was rooting last year. I made this huge case that he should have had Pro Bowl, and or 2 years ago, and then he absolutely got robbed out of a Pro Bowl, even though those aren't the biggest in the world.
I think even if he plays the rest of the season as good as he's played this first stretch, he will not get it because the league hates the 49ers. That's why. Because Roger Goodell has it out for the Niners because they dominated in a time when he was still wearing diapers.
Wait a minute.
Like,
Jalen Smith is a Cowboy.
Yes.
0% chance Defensive Player of the Year is on the Cowboys. A team can't win against the Washington Redskins.
Yeah.
The Washington Redskins just blew them out.
You said it twice.
They blew them out. They blew them out, Curran.
But we got blown out by Miami.
So? The
I don't
Redskins
think
have the Cowboys haven't won a game.
Oh,
Their quarterback doesn't know what day it is. That poor guy hasn't woken up yet.
I agree.
There's
Okay, maybe not Jalen Smith, but okay, just let me give this example.
You're just looking at
Let me
stats,
just move
brother.
down. I am.
Yeah,
but
that guy ain't winning.
The only thing that the league cares about, I guess, I would say, is stats. I think as a team player, there's no one even close to Fred Warner. But
There's no defensive player with more tackles than Fred Warner. There's no one on that list with more tackles than Fred Warner that has a shot except Budda Baker. And he's not winning it. None of those other guys have a shot at winning Defensive Player of the Year. Bobby Wagner's not getting it. None of those guys. They're just the best player on their defense. That's why they have those numbers. And they have those numbers. I'll tell you another reason they have those numbers. They have those numbers because they're allowing more drives that are longer and there's more downs to get more tackles.
I just don't think.
I got you. Yeah.
I don't think they're going to give it to a Niner. The fix is in. The fix is motherfucking
If
in.
the season ended right now, I can't imagine. Who's leading the league in sacks?
Look, I just feel like I have to
That's a good
promote
question. Who
Fred
is?
Warner to other people. Who leads the league in sacks?
We got it.
I
We
can't.
got it. brought
Myles
out here.
Garrett's got 9. Aaron Donald's got 8.
Well, and that's what, like, jerk-offs like Aaron Donald's going to get it because of it. One, because it's his name. And every time you hear about the Rams, you hear, oh, the best player in the world, arguably, like...
Haven't heard that in a couple weeks.
But this is my problem, is I feel like I have to promote Fred Warner to people who don't know about him. And that's why I think it's shitty, because I don't think he'll win because of that.
That's always how it starts, though. Like, nobody knew who Navarro Bowman was that year. By the end of the year, everyone knew who Navarro Bowman was. And every single announcer that we've had,
Do you remember
including
that?
Tony Romo, Romo said that's the best linebacker in football, and that's the shit that people listen to. Your friends are going to start telling you about Fred Warner.
Do you
watch?
Do you remember that though? Even for me as a Niner fan, right? So we have Patrick Willis, right?
That's why it was harder to find out about Bowman.
Right. He's the greatest linebacker on the planet, right?
Yep.
And then there's this other guy that
Creeping in.
you're seeing, right?
Dre
And
Greenlaw.
then, yeah, right. And then other people are telling you, "Yo, Bowman's better than Willis." And you're like, "Get the fuck out of here!" And then we start paying more attention, and we're like, "Holy shit!" I don't know that he is, but holy shit! But you know what I do know? Here's what I know: it's a time of the day where we get down and we say, "Who's the beast of the week?" So let's go. Okay, let's go. That was pretty good. You got to admit.
Every once in a while, I hope that somebody's in like one of the businesses that is up against us going, what the fuck are they doing over there? Like, we're in the
Yeah,
back
the
room of a
dance and
tattoo
everything.
shop. Like, of all the noises they could hear over here, they must be like, what the fuck are those guys doing?
Every other week or every other day, it's just business.
Yeah.
Business as usual. One day a week. It's a fucking. It's a musical.
I've been closing the door here because at least twice a week somebody's like, what are you recording music back there? And it's just like, I don't want to get into it.
I don't know. Okay.
If this isn't a fucking clean sweep, I don't know that we've ever had a clean sweep.
We got to give it to him, right?
Everybody played great. There's some guys that played really awesome.
Yep.
And it's really hard to not give it to a rookie wide receiver that broke 100 yards.
Yep.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Except that Jeff Wilson is hands down 3 touchdowns, 112 yards.
He had a monster game,
and he put it all. He left it all on the field.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That game reminded me so much of Green Bay. Just the same attitude. If running is gonna work, we're just gonna keep running it down your throat.
Down your fucking throat.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
They couldn't stop it.
Agree.
It was awesome.
You agree with Mr. Wilson?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Clean sweep.
And also let's not mention Kyle Juszczyk. Great game from Kyle Juszczyk.
Oh
4 rushes. That's the most he's ever had in a game.
yeah. That's hysterical. But okay.
He did have the touchdown on the exact same play that he had the touchdown against the Rams, untouched both times.
Yeah.
I love that play when you think they're going to pound you, and if you think the back is going to follow the fullback, and the fullback just makes a cut and runs it in. Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful play. He did have an 18-yard reception too, and he dropped one. He still had a drop too.
Yep.
Defensive side of the ball, Papa.
This one's a little different.
This is very tricky.
Jamar Taylor with the 2 picks,
Yeah.
filling in the slot.
And, I mean,
That's
3
sexy.
tackles, 2 passes defended. That's a great stat line.
Yeah.
You know? Nobody, one sack. There it is. Drake. Fuck. That's Drake. No.
That's got to be Kern. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what that noise is.
It's not me. We'll deal with it later. Excuse us for any static you may hear.
It may just be our headphones. Who knows?
Who knows? We're fucking hackers.
I'll go first if you want. I'm going Fred Warner.
Okay.
And it's not just the interception. I mean, that first of all, the interception, if you watch it in slow motion, your head will explode. The way he kept that off the turf is mind-blowing.
Oh, it's sexy.
He led the team in tackles. He also covered the team's best wide receiver
Yeah.
with blanket coverage.
Yes.
Like, gave him nothing.
Yep. I am going to.
That's incredible.
I'm going to agree with you. I can't not. Curran, what do you got?
I think I'm going to go with Jamar Taylor.
Okay. I mean, how do you look at that stat line? You can't argue
that.
with it. No, it's a great line. It makes me horny.
Well,
and I mean,
Boy played a hell of a game.
One Niner had 2 interceptions. You know, like it's great. It's great time stuff.
Well, and like one interception, it was kind of like it was a batted ball or kind of like a
ball,
deflection.
Yeah.
And it's like, but you still have to catch those.
You still got to pay attention and know where the ball is.
But the second interception that he had, he played it so well, and it's like, where do these guys come from? I mean, the way that he played the ball, he ran the route like it was. He ran the route like he was a receiver, and it's just, I don't know. I really liked the way he looked this week. He's been a pretty solid piece since he's had to come in for injuries, so I'll give it to him.
Okay. Bob, do you mind if I do the particulars?
Better rip.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. For those of you motherfucking bitch-ass twat heads scoring from home, this episode, as every episode of the GBP 2020-2021 season, is brought to you by Lucky Rose Tattoo. You could check them out on that shit they call Instagram. It's lucky_rose_tattoo. They make beautiful motherfucking tattoos that you're going to put on your body. They're in Middlebury, Connecticut. You're going to take a trip with the family. You're going to do whatever you got to do to get over there and get to Middlebury Tattoo. The Lucky Rose Tattoo, Middlebury, Connecticut. Get the motherfucking tattoo. All right.
Did you guys notice Robbie Gould taking kickoffs instead of Mitch Wishnowski?
I did not notice that. Any reason why?
Shanahan said it was strategy, but wouldn't elaborate. I believe the league is going to a strategy now where kicking it through the end zone is not the goal. For a while, it was just kick it through the end zone, get the touchback, let them start on the 25. But lately, it's been kick it to the right at the edge of the end zone, hope they take it out, and then tackle them at the 15 or 20, and then make it a longer drive.
Anything before the 25.
Well, and also, depending on who they have taking kickoffs, you get to plaster them if you can get them full speed. So you might knock a guy out of a game. You might, jar a ball loose.
Yeah, for sure.
Something like that. Now, I did get a couple. There was a couple sketchy there. He looked pretty good on his returns. He did get cracked a couple times, but he looked like he was running pretty good on his returns, and I was like, let's kick this through the end zone and slow down. We got to leave.
Yeah.
The last thing we need is a return here. But yeah, Robbie was doing kickoffs, and it was strategy based.
Okay, well, at least it's not a knock on Mitch Wish. I like him a lot. Plus, he's a solid goal punter. I mean, really, he's always on the ball there. As I was saying, Bob, if you're just a guy at home and maybe you don't have any friends, you just like the Niners, you like our podcast, email us, man. Let us know. Why you sad? Why you happy? Tell us about your dog. I don't give a fuck. We're goldbloodedpodcast@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. And if you have Instagram, Gold-Blooded Podcast, one word, that's the Instagram. Michael Curran, he's on that shit. He drops ditties.
Yeah.
He puts some little things together, little clips of the shows, and then you also get some weird posts out of me from time to time again, here and there, a little bit, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, and if you are a person who enjoys the product that we are giving you, and you have some extra ducats laying around, well, we'd appreciate those ducats sent to us. And how we do that is Patreon. So you go to www.patreon.com/goldbloodedpodcast. And you could leave us like 50 cents a month or like $500 a month, whatever's really in your budget. We appreciate it all.
You can still get the piss video too.
Yeah, the piss video will always be available to any Patreoner that wants it. But you know something?
Patreoneer.
You know something I kind of feel a little weird about? I sent it out to maybe... we got thousands of Patreoners, I sent it out to...
If anyone didn't get it... that wants it still, feel free to reach out.
Yeah, you could either email us or you could message us on Patreon. I'll get either one of them and get it right out to you. But what is concerning to me is that no one that received it emailed back saying, "Hey man, I watched it," and anything that was too weird for me. So it's kind of freaking me out that maybe we totally missed on this one and people are freaked out.
I got a couple Instagram messages about it.
But after they watched it?
Yeah.
What'd they say?
I'll have to go find it. I know...
Oh, well, dial that up. Start getting that.
Spoiler alert. I know Mother Curran watched it.
Okay. Well,
and
we'll talk.
Go ahead.
Do we want to do this now or next video? Next episode?
Let it roll.
Keep going. Sorry.
Well, I know she watched it, and she said it wasn't as yellow as she thought. The video wasn't as gross as she thought, but it still made her gag because she just knew. So she wasn't very, but she knows that she wanted to see it. She wanted to laugh.
Yeah, deep down in her heart, she wanted to see it.
Couple people sent me memes, weird memes about.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they watched it. I want someone to say, I watched it and this is my opinion, X. You know what I mean? I thought somebody would have sent something, Rob, but nobody did. And it makes me think that maybe we freaked people out. But again, as Mama Curran said, it's not that filthy. What?
Did you send it to Carlos Avila?
I did.
So, he says, man of your word, much respect. Took it like a champ. My whole job is cracking over the video.
Well, that's fucking awesome. I love that multiple people got to view that probably don't even listen to the podcast, just people watching some weird white dude in Connecticut drink piss. All right. Does anybody have anything else they'd like to say on this episode? Because I think I'm going to make an executive decision to wrap this bitch up. Well, I guess the fact that no one's even talking to me means that I'm just going to wrap this bitch up. So here's how we're going to do it. Fuck you, Bob. Fuck you, Mike. Fuck you, listeners. I'm out.
Really?